Have you ever noticed the way your cat's tail brushes against your leg as you walk through the kitchen? Soft as a whisper, deliberate as a secret being shared? It happens in the morning light, when you're barely awake, or in the quiet evening, when the world has finally settled down. You might think it's just a casual touch, something accidental, a fleeting moment of contact as they pass by. But what if I told you that when your cat reaches out with their tail and lets it graze against your skin, they're speaking a language older than words, a silent conversation that's been unfolding between cats and humans for thousands of years? When your cat wraps their tail around your ankle or lets it drift across your arm, they're doing something profoundly intentional. In the wild, cats are solitary hunters, fiercely independent creatures who rely on themselves for survival. Touch, for them, is reserved for those they trust completely, those who have earned a place in their inner circle. So, when your cat chooses to touch you with their tail, that slender, sensitive extension of their spine that holds hundreds of nerve endings, they're offering you something sacred. They're saying you belong to their world, that you're part of their family, their pride, their safe place in a world that can feel overwhelming and vast. Think about the way it feels when it happens. You're sitting on the couch, lost in thought, and suddenly there's that gentle sweep across your shoulder. Or you're standing at the counter, focused on something mundane, and their tail curls around your leg like a question mark, soft and warm. In those moments, your cat is marking you, not just with the scent glands at the base of their tail, but with intention and affection. They're weaving you into their sensory map of home, creating an invisible thread that connects you to them in ways that go deeper than simple companionship. Scientists have discovered that a cat's tail is one of their most sophisticated communication tools, capable of expressing everything from curiosity to contentment, from fear to pure joy. When they hold it high and let the tip brush against you, they're displaying confidence and happiness, telling you without words that your presence makes them feel secure. When they wrap it around you slowly, deliberately, they're engaging in a behavior called allarubing, a social bonding ritual that cats in colonies use to strengthen their connections with each other. By extending this gesture to you, they're elevating you beyond the role of caretaker or provider. They're making you kin. There's something almost magical about realizing that these small, everyday moments carry such weight. Your cat doesn't need to touch you with their tail. They could walk by without making contact, could keep their distance and still coexist in the same space, but they choose closeness. They choose connection. And in a species that evolved to be self-sufficient and cautious, that choice means everything. It's a vulnerability, a bridge built between two very different kinds of creatures who somehow found a way to understand each other across the vast distance of species and time. Consider the texture of that touch, the way their fur feels against your skin, the warmth that radiates from their body. These are the details that matter, the sensory experiences that transform an ordinary moment into something extraordinary. When your cat's tail sweeps across you, you're feeling the culmination of 10,000 years of domestication, of cats slowly learning to trust humans, to see us not as threats, but as companions. You're feeling the echo of ancient Egypt, where cats were revered and cherished, where they walked alongside people through temples and homes, their tails held high in confidence and grace. But there's more happening beneath the surface. When your cat touches you with their tail, they're also gathering information. Those nerve endings are reading your temperature, sensing your mood through the subtle energy your body emits, checking to make sure you're present and responsive. They're monitoring the relationship, making sure the bond is still strong, still mutual. It's a two-way conversation, even if you don't realize you're participating. Your reaction matters. The way you respond, whether you reach down to stroke their back or simply acknowledge them with a soft word, tells them that you understand, that you're listening, that this language you share is alive and well. Sometimes the tail touch is playful, a quick flick against your face when you're lying in bed, a teasing gesture that invites interaction. Other times, it's comforting, a slow drape across your lap when you've had a difficult day, as if they can sense your need for connection and are offering themselves as a remedy. Cats are often misunderstood as aloof or indifferent, but those who live with them know the truth. They're deeply attuned to the emotional landscape of their homes, to the rhythms and moods of the people they love. That tail touch is proof of their awareness, evidence of a bond that goes far beyond the transactional. As the seasons change and years pass, these moments accumulate into a story, a narrative of shared life and mutual affection. You begin to recognize the patterns, the the specific ways your cat uses their tail to communicate with you. Maybe they always wrap it around your wrist when you're at the computer, a gentle reminder to take a break and pay attention to what matters. Maybe they sweep it across your cheek in the morning, their version of a good morning kiss. These rituals become the language of your relationship, a private dialect that only the two of you speak fluently. So, the next time your cat reaches out with their tail and lets it rest against you, even for just a second, pause and feel the significance of that gesture. Remember that you're being chosen, being claimed, being woven into the fabric of their world. Remember that in a life full of noise and distraction, your cat is offering you something pure and honest, a moment of connection that asks for nothing but your presence and your understanding. They're telling you that you matter, that you're home, that this bond you share is real and precious and worth maintaining. If this video made you see your cat's tail touches in a new light, if it helped you understand the depth of what they're trying to say, take a moment to share your own story in the comments below. Tell us about the ways your cat reaches out to you, about those quiet moments of connection that make your relationship special. And if you'd like to keep exploring the secret language of cats, the invisible conversations happening all around you, go ahead and subscribe. We'll be here, uncovering more mysteries, one gentle tail touch at a time.